This isn't a how-to video, just so you guys know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. I'm just watching videos online. This is my first time ever pulling a trans, and I decided to pull it on my $30,000 car. Why? I don't know. So this is a whole learning process for me.
And which is a good thing because there's clutch jammed behind here too. Oh yeah, oh my god. This whole side of the clutch is gone.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got kind of an interesting video. Actually, this might be a couple different videos. So as some of you know, this car needs a clutch. Actually, not so much a clutch, but a throwout bearing. So since I decided to do the throwout bearing myself, there will be a video. There'll be, I think, like a three-part video, or three different videos. So there'll be one pulling out the transmission, and then the second will probably be putting the clutch in. Actually, it'll probably just be a three-part, because then I also have a short throw. This will be a completely separate video. Once the trans is out, I'll do a video on this shifter, short throw shifter. I have a whole kit right there. And then I have the short throw shifter, or not the short throw, the throwout bearing, flywheel bolts, and braided clutch lines. I'm still waiting on parts yet, because I also have an 800 horse stage 3, stage 3 clutch from McLeod. It comes with their stage 3 clutch rated for 800 horsepower, plus their lightened steel flywheel. I went with the steel one because it's supposed to be better for drivability, and it's a twin disc. So we'll be putting that in. I figured while I already had the trans out to do the throwout bearing, I'm going to do that too. It comes with the new pilot bearing as well, so it'll get all that. Today I'm going to start by removing some stuff. Like I said, I'm still waiting on stuff. I'm waiting on new jack stands too. We got those big red jack stands. They're 24,000 pound jack stands. They are quite a bit taller than the little ones, so that's why I ordered 2 more of those. I'm waiting on them, along with some trim tools and some other things here, a tool to take out the pilot bearing and stuff like that. And like I said, the clutch, that'll be here, should be here Monday. So once most of the stuff shows up on Monday, then we can really start going at it. I probably won't go at it so much until next weekend, but like I said, we're gonna try to get the trans out, hopefully sometime this week. And then I want to do a video, like I said, on this, and then put the clutch in, and then hopefully by next weekend have it driving, because I have about 500 miles to break the clutch in and whatnot. So yeah, and for those of you wondering why I'm putting a clutch rated for 800 horse in here, I do plan on boosting the car with forced injection, either turbos, supercharger, procharger, or something. I don't know yet. In the future, probably not until like this winter or the winter after. So I kind of figure while the clutch is already out and the trans is already out, I'm going to upgrade that, since the stuff has got to be out already. Just to me, it makes more sense. The trans isn't going to come out until the trans breaks, so I'm not going to upgrade it until then. So that's the point of upgrading the stuff now. So let's get to it. I'm going to lift this thing up, put it on jack stands, and then I'm going to start by pulling the exhaust off. Car's on jack stands. I got the muffler tips off. I just wanted to hear it sounds like straight pipe, because this is what I actually plan on doing eventually, is fully straight piping this car. It's fully straight pipe minus it's got high flow cats on it yet. It has stainless power headers, high flow cats, and the X pipe, and then it's over the axles and it's dumped right there. So might have to order some axle back straight pipes. But we're gonna finish getting the rest of this exhaust off, and then after that, probably drop the drive shaft yet tonight possibly. It is insanely hot out here. It's like freaking 100 degrees in this garage right now. So don't know how much I'll do today because it's brutal. But let's get this exhaust dropped. Exhaust is finally off. All right, we'll be back in the morning for the drive shaft, but let's do a little start what it sounds like with open headers, because who doesn't love open headers? we'll be back tomorrow morning for do the drive shaft, pull the drive shaft, and I'll pull the rest of the stuff off that we can until we get the rest of the parts. I need actually my jack stands so I can, once I get my jack stands, I can lift the car higher, and then we can start pulling the trans out and then get that all ready to go for when my other parts come in. So stay tuned. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. So it's the next morning. We're gonna actually start by pulling out the drive shaft and a few little things. There ain't a whole lot I can do yet today, so I'm actually gonna set the GoPro up today on the floor, time lapse, pulling out the drive shaft. Wish I would have did that with the exhaust, but I fought with that thing so damn much yesterday. That was not fun. Me and exhaust don't get along. So I'm actually gonna set the GoPro up, and yeah, we're gonna pull out the drive shaft and unplug a few things and try to get it a little bit more prepped. So when we get the jack stands, we can lift the car up, pull a couple bolts, and trans is coming out. But I had to pull some interior parts apart, but I don't know if I'll do that today because I ordered some trim tools that still haven't showed up, and I kind of want to try them. And I think I could do it without them, but I bought them for a reason. So I'll try not to break my stuff in the car, but yeah. So I'm gonna set the GoPro up, and let's get to it. Alright, drive shaft's out. So now the starter and has to come out and along with plugging in a bunch of the wiring harness. So now, obviously, unhook the battery so you don't get your fingers smushed. And then, which I should have did that earlier, but now that we're starting with the electrical stuff, I gotta unhook it. So, I am gonna pull the starter out next. And yeah, well, maybe I'll wait with the starter. So I got moved onto the inside. It is freaking hot out here, guys. I'm pretty sure I have everything that needs to come out of here. So what you didn't see in the time lapse is basically you pull out those two bolts there, two up here, and then you just start prying towards the back here, and you pull the whole center console out. It's just a bunch of clips. I think there's 8 clips total. And you pop that out, and then you start pulling all that stuff off, and you have two plugs in the bottom of the console, and start pulling all that stuff. Just so the shifter can drop freely down through. This isn't a how-to video, just so you guys know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. I'm just watching videos online. This is my first time ever pulling a trans, and I decided to pull it on my $30,000 car. Why? I don't know. So this is a whole learning process for me. So I'm gonna start by pulling the starter now, and then I think I got a couple clips on the trans, and then I'm gonna try to pull 2 bolts on the bell housing all the way towards the top and the 2 in the bottom. I'll leave the 4 on the sides and the trans mount on until I get my jack stands. And then once I get my jack stands, 4 bolts, trans mount, and the trans should be able to pop right out of there. Fingers crossed. There is 1 bolt on top of the trans for the shifter, the stock shifter that I gotta try to find because it bolts to the body. But yeah, so I'm gonna drop the starter quick and I'll be back. All right, so I thought it was above the transmission. Just went underneath my car again, and actually the two bolts right here that bolt to the body for the shifter. This is the shifter, and it goes to the trans. My new MGW shifter is actually a transmission mount, so I won't have these on the new shifter. We'll pull those two, and then the next thing is the starter up there. So that'll be next. And then I gotta start unplugging some of this stuff, obviously, because it's the O2 sensor for the exhaust, and undo all this shit. This is exhausting. So I'm gonna pull those quick, get that out of the way, and then move on to the starter. All right, so I got the starter out finally. Kind of a pain in the butt. Didn't realize it was 3 volts. So there's actually 3 bolts on these starters, not 2. Make sure you pull the top one out first. So the starter is in there like this, and this top one up here is the one I didn't get. So that's the one you gotta grab first, and then you pull the bottom too, and then starter falls right out. And then you take these off first. There's one that goes on here, and the big power one. But yep. So now I'm gonna start pulling bell housing bolts. I gotta pull the rest of the clips off the trans, and once my 2 more jack stands like that show up, we'll be able to pull the rest of the bell housing bolts, and the tranny will be able to pop out of there. Still waiting on a few parts. Yeah, waiting on the pilot bearing. I think that's it. I think I got all the other parts, and then I'm just waiting on the tools to pull the pilot bearing and some other miscellaneous stuff. So yeah. So I'm actually gonna be done for the night. We'll be back tomorrow night probably to pull out some more bolts. I want to try to pull the 2 very top bell housing bolts, because then and then the very 2 bottom ones, so the 4 outside ones on the sides, will be all we have to pull, along with the trans mount. We're gonna pull the trans. So everything else is pretty much out. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Finally got the trans out. Kind of a pain in the ass, mainly because we were using a regular jack and we didn't know where to put this exactly on the jack, so we didn't have it balanced very well, but it's out. I'm thinking I can't tell if the throwout bearing's actually bad or not. Like, it feels kind of, I think it feels okay-ish, but I'm thinking the clutch might have exploded. I don't know yet until we pull the clutch off, but we have like chunks of clutch, so I'm not really sure what happened yet because the flywheel's still on and the clutch is still in there. So we're gonna pull that out next and see exactly what the heck's going on. So yeah, we're gonna pull that. I'm gonna get the sockets and we're gonna pull a clutch out quick in the pressure plate and stuff to see exactly what's going on under there, because I'm thinking the clutch might have actually exploded, but not really sure why that would cause the clutch to grab and not release. I don't know. I'm still kind of new at this stuff, so me and Tyler are learning. So there. Yeah, let's get this flywheel off. All right, so we got the clutch out, and it turns out the clutch exploded. And I'm thinking the reason it didn't release, now I don't know for sure because obviously I don't know that much about clutches, but I'm thinking, if you guys look, this whole side of the clutch is gone. This right here is the clutch. So I'm thinking is what happened is this came apart and I think it got wedged, causing it to not release. And I'm thinking
Because when I pushed the clutch in, it would like try to release, but it wouldn't. So, I think that's why. But that's all there is to it. What a pain in the ass. So this is just how to remove a transmission. And for those of you who want to know what was wrong with my car. So this will be the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna put up another one of doing a short throw, probably installing the next clutch. And then I don't think I'm gonna do another one of installing the transmission. I might do a little bit of a time lapse of us putting it back in, because it's honestly gonna be the same thing, just putting it back in. So yeah, that's really all there is to it. It's just a freaking clutch exploded. Here's all the pieces. It's everything. I mean, it just all junk. But we got a whole new clutch, new McLeod clutch and flywheel, so the flywheel's gonna come off next. So pull that out, and which is a good thing, because there's clutch jammed behind here too. Oh yeah, oh my god, there's so much freaking strip like everywhere. So yeah, it's a good thing I got a new one of these as well.
Flywheel fuck?
No, but I got a lightweight one, and there's so much shit jammed behind it. So the flywheel's gonna come off regardless. Which it would too, because I have to resurface this, so. But I got a new flywheel, so we don't have to do any of that. We're just gonna throw new bolts in. I got new flywheel bolts, new flywheel, so we'll throw that in, and then throw the new clutch in, and well, actually, we have to do the new throw-out bearing first, but yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. So, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.